Iraqi Dinar Guru Opinions June 14, 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. June 14, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26 Notice: even in the midst of all this military action with Iran next to you, Iraq, Saleh, who is in charge of the Iraqi finances, comes out first thing this morning and tells you, "We are secure and stable." What was it that we needed in order for you to have a new exchange rate with lower note currency? Security and stability. June 14, 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z. Via PDK. Question: is this attack on Iraq the start of the RV or a distraction? Mark Z. Maybe it's both. We may be heading to a culmination here. With this unrest, gas and oil prices are about to go up. They may spike in the next day or two, which will mean a spike at the gas pumps. Oil prices are in the low 70s right now. An oil price spike would put Iraq well above the number they needed to revalue their currency. June 14, 2025 Intel Guru Bruce, via Wiser Now, we're standing by and letting Israel do what they're doing with Iran. We are not in it as of now, we're not involved. Let's believe that we are going to move forward. With the timeline that we have, that we will get notified, quite possibly Monday, and begin exchanges on Tuesday. I think we're on track for everything. So let's just see how the weekend goes. June 14, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat article. Iraq to become a massive success story. Quote: we've been through the worst of it, and we finally see that Iraq is becoming really stable and secure. June 13, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. The money they have to back up their currency is astronomical. That fact alone allows me to sleep at night with comfort because I know this is happening. I know it's coming. June 13, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU article. The Iraqi private sector confronts significant obstacles that must be addressed to unlock the country's economic potential, according to Professor Frank Gunter of Lehigh University, speaking at the Iraq-Britain Business Council, IBBC, Spring Conference in London recently. This clarifies my analysis that Iraq is simply not ready for monetary policy changes or economic revamping. There will not be an RV anytime soon, but it will happen. All the annual financial reports I have read, 84 pages, say exactly what Professor Frank Gunter says in his address to the IBBC crowd. June 13, 2025 Newshound Guru Claire article. Government advisor. The Iraqi dinar is stable, but the parallel market is witnessing a significant decline in the value of the dollar. Quote: Saleh confirmed that the Iraqi dinar is witnessing remarkable stability, noting that the stability of the exchange rate represents an important indicator in financing the demand for external transfers for trade purposes at a fixed and stable rate. June 13, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman. We have a lot of geopolitical information coming out. The news is really back and forth. I like to focus on the progress. Sudani, Sami, Alak have addressed long-standing structural issues and challenges. They've reduced oil dependency and they've created financial stability and they fostered sustainable growth. They've been focused on economic diversification, non-oil revenue streams. June 13, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru Walking Stick. Iraqi banks are mirroring our banks in the United States. These international standards are not for 1310. They're not. It makes no sense. That's why 1310 has become silent. It doesn't make sense internationally. It doesn't make sense logically. There has to be a new rate. June 13, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report. Firefly TV is talking about a procedure done by the CBI has led to an all-time narrowing of the gap between the parallel market and the official rate. Frank: it is good to see the CBI bragging about narrowing the gap between the official exchange rate and the market rate. Once it does reach 1-to-1, that will be positioned for it to be ready to float internationally to reach the rear. Some text goes here: do we have to wait for this war to finish before we seen an RV? Some text goes here. Mark Z. Overwhelmingly what I have heard from bond contacts, group contacts, paymasters and Iraq contacts, they all agree that this acceleration of unrest and this conflict in Iran will move things forward. They believe this will wrap up loose ends and finish this revaluation. They all agree this will not be a delay or a speed bump, but will accelerate the reset, so I am hopeful. June 13, 2025 Newshound Guru Samson article. Al-Nusayr. The central bank's policies and procedures have contributed to narrowing the gap between the parallel and official exchange rates. Quote. Economic and banking advisor Samir Al-Nusayri expects the US dollar exchange rate to gradually decline to approach the official exchange rate. June 13, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU article. Iraq is embarking on a comprehensive restructuring of its banking sector with the assistance of leading international consultancy firms, according to Dr. Salah Salman, advisor to the Iraqi Prime Minister, speaking at the Iraq-Britain Business Council, IBBC, Spring Conference in London on Tuesday. Quote, the Iraqi government has appointed Ernst & Young to restructure 6 of the country's 7 state-owned banks, including the Industrial Bank, Real Estate Bank, Rafadain Bank, and Rashid Bank. Here we have proof positive with no exceptions that the RV is not happening this year. Banking reforms are going to take 2 to 3 years. 6 to 13-2025 Newshound Guru Claire article. After 19 days, a financial shift directly affects Iraqis' pockets. Quote, 19 days separate Iraq from implementing a ban on cash payments in government institutions and adopting all government payments electronically. The Iraqi government has decided to ban cash payments at government institutions starting next July and to adopt all government payments electronically. In this effort, awareness campaigns have been launched to encourage the adoption of electronic payment systems and move away from the traditional cash-based culture. June 13, 2025 Guest boots on the ground Guru Maxis. I just spoke with my staff in Baghdad and half of my staff has been sent home for a couple of weeks. Question. Are you still in the States? Any plans on going back? I am considered essential, so I am going back on the 17th, June 13, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman. Iraq truly does have security and stability. Just because another nation is having some serious dialogue doesn't mean that is a hindrance to the progression of what is taking place, because it's a lot bigger than 2 countries. It's a global issue. June 13, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground Report, Firefly. Saleh back on TV today. Talked about how a fixed rate is better than a floating rate and talked about how sometimes revaluation a currency can help solve black markets. Frank. Everything that is required for the new exchange rate to come out is being put in position. Even the removal of the Iran's profiteering is about to come to an end. June 13, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goad. They're telling us they must get these hordes of cash inside the banks. Nearly 90% of the cash dinars are still outside the banking system, so this step is first. Some text goes here. I asked my CBI contact, does this also include our dinars held outside Iraq with investors? I was told yes. If they don't retrieve these dinars in country first, before the revaluation, there will be too much in the money supply and hyperinflation will occur. She told me they would first retrieve these hordes. Then, by revaluing the dinar in country, then bring out the lower denominations. June 13, 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z. Via PDK. In Iraq. Al-Fateh. The smuggling of the region's oil will not stop until the approval of the oil and gas law. We do expect to see the budget tables and the gas and oil law to hit Parliament at any moment. I am hearing a lot of chatter it may hit tomorrow, Friday, June 13, 25. I'm trying to stay calm. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: IraqiDinarChat.net